today, what we wanted to really introduce to you is a new tree that we call the Phoebe tree. And Jennifer and I had a mare together, and her barn name was Phoebe. And she did really good on her, and we had trouble fitting her with the saddle. So we took her to the Double J saddle fitter, Bob Jaworski, and he fitted her. And basically what he did was, if you understand the Double J numbers, this is like a number 9 bar, which is a flatter bar, a horse with a flatter back. But Phoebe still had kind of a long wither, and so we kind of initiated this. See, the Nueva, this is what I really like about the Nueva, is that length there from the swells to the front of the bar. And when you get over to the special, see, you can see you don't have that length there. This is kind of that older school, old style type bar. But with all the new bloodlines that are coming into the industry, then, and that kind of longer line on that wither, then we extended that and also put quite a bit of flair to it in the Phoebe and the Nueva. So the Phoebe has a little bit of some of the both worlds in it in a way. But that more flared bar, the Phoebe is like 6 3/4 because Phoebe was wide. But the bar is a number 9 bar, which is for a flatter back. So when that wither kind of ties into that back, then that back gets flat. So we're going to get Hope up, and because we don't have Phoebe any longer, so we're going to get Hope up. This number 9 bar, this Phoebe bar fits her really good, and you'll get to see it on a horse. Well, in our filming, you know, we're not professional people at this. We just do what we can. But Murray didn't feel like that special that had that rigging on there, you could really see it that well. So this is a special tree also without the rigging, but it has the 6-inch gullet across, and then that bar angle, you know, that maybe you could see a little bit more of that bar angle, and what a difference that's a 45-degree angle, but you would measure it this way. And so 45 is a big number, but it makes for a more narrow fitting saddle. And you know, we had done that for the thoroughbreds. Then we had, okay, this is our girl Hope, and she is ain't seen nothing yet, and out of a paint mare. But Jennifer's won quite a bit of money on her, and so she's really been in the trailer and been going quite a bit. And I just wanted to talk for a minute about Hope's back, because you know, she doesn't have that shark fin type wither. She has a good one, but from the top of this highest point of her wither to where it really ties into the back, that's a really long line right there. And I mean, if I just put my ruler up on that tallest point and I just trail back, I'm right at 10 inches. And so all of this to that 10-inch mark, I mean, I kind of consider part of that wither and that front end part. And so for a saddle to really cover that much length, that's kind of why we extended the front of these bars. Usually you'll have a little bit of well, you know, it's not really an indention, although it is on some horses. This is not as thick as the Nueva, but it's thicker than the special. So when we put it on there, you know, this can be a little concerning for your eye, but like when she's, you know, coming into that turn, that muscling right there will come up and kind of fill all of that in. And so this really fits her really good because see from here, this back really gets flatter. It doesn't have a big upswing to it. She's a little still downhill, but she's in her growing, but she's just, you know, a 5-year-old this year, so she could still grow a little bit more. But she gets really like flat this way, and then she's broad too. She's wide. And so that gullet width plus this angle is a 43, which the Nueva is a 35. And so this bar angle is not as great as the Nueva. So, and it's made for that little flatter back. Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about the changes that we've made in the front of the saddle. I mean, these are some of our trees right here. Can you pick out the old one? And when you look at these new ones, what we did was we raised the front half an inch, and we put what Double J calls like a deep leg cut into the front of that, where you can kind of get your leg up against that if you need to really, you know, snug yourself down in that saddle. So it's a ½ inch taller, and it has a deep leg cut. And so these kind of attributes have to be ordered when you order a Lynn McKenzie saddle. I want the higher front, and I would like to have the deep leg cuts in it. Now, okay, now I want to talk for a moment about the cantles. We've changed that up as well to what we call the Comfort Cantle. This is the old cantle, which if you measured from the widest point, that's like 12 inches. The Comfort Cantle is 14 inches. Both of these are still like 4 inches tall, which I feel like where you really need your support is kind of coming around your outside of your little cheeks here, so that, you know, when you're turning, you have something to really brace, something wider to brace yourself against. So this is the old cantle. This is the new Comfort Cantle at 4 inches. And I don't have a tree for it, but we also have a 5-inch cantle. And because this is so, this is a lot of saddle here now to really keep you in. It's got the taller front, the deep leg cuts, and this is a 5-inch cantle. But because of the way this sits, we really like to see people get a ½ inch bigger seat, because this will kind of push you a little. You'll feel like your pelvis is tipped forward a little too much if you get too short of a seat in this. So a ½ inch bigger seat, and this can really, I mean, you can hold yourself in right here. If you need help, you know, the saddle is supposed to give you that help that you need. It's supposed to give the horse the freedom that the horse needs in order to, you know, perform and be comfortable and not feel like they're being pinched, or too much pressure in some place and not enough pressure in another place. So we're just kind of trying to go on with that saddle fitting idea, because I feel like our sport is refining itself, and we're looking for those little small minute amount of time. And that's really important when you get up into those higher Ds, or you're really looking to qualify for the American, or you're hauling to the pro rodeos. I mean, just a little bit of time that you need, that maybe you can't find it in the dirt in the arena, but you can find it down here in the barn, in your saddle fit, perhaps in your shoeing, perhaps in your feeding program. You can find those small increments of time in a lot of places. So the saddle is one of those really important things that you have to take care of And I'm going to close out with this, because when you tell yourself, oh man, I really would like to be a really good barrel racer, then you're going to have to invest in yourself. You're going to have enough confidence to invest in you as a rider. And the right saddle for you and your horse is really important. I mean, I just can't say it strong enough how important the right saddle is for you. So call me if you need me. Just give me some questions, and you be sure and you subscribe to the videos below so you'll be notified when we make these new ones. And we're going to start trying to make more videos. Had a little episode with my health this last year, so was pretty not good at doing that, but now we're all healed up and well and ready to get back in the race. All right, see you next time.